Well, it's cracking, everybody. How's it going? Going to bring you the PVP Druid build that I'm using. It's tons of fun. Let's get straight into it. We'll start with the headpiece. Got the Harlequin's crest, Shaco. Fully masterworked. Rolled pretty terrible. Probably could have been worse, actually. But we got some health, we got some stats, and I really wanted health and cooldown reduction, ideally. Or just straight health and stats. But moving on. Got the Hectic Adventurer's Tunic. I haven't maxed this out. I want a better chest piece. I'm looking for GA, so greater affix health and greater affix armor. It doesn't matter too much about the last stat, but I would like +2 debilitating raw. And on my masterwork for this, I want to put on debilitating raw cooldown. You can get 8% extra cooldown. So I'm going to have to probably find some new pieces and re-roll some new pieces, but that's the dream for the chest. Oh, you could additionally add Tyrael's Might. I haven't found mine yet, but Tyrael's Might gives you an extra 10% damage reduction, and you also get, on top of that, extra resistant cap. So the resistant cap is very handy, especially for fighting sorcerers and stuff like that. So moving on. Edged Masters Adventurer's Gloves. Masterworked. A couple points. I think I can find better, so I haven't bothered finishing this. I'm starting to find more greater affix stuff now, but it has taken quite some time. I think the reason is you need to have quite a few masterwork pieces to level 12. I've found significantly more pieces that are GA with that. So keep that in mind. On these, we've got damage to distant enemies. We've got some lucky hit for freeze. The reason why I've got so much lucky hit is because when you're wearing a Godslayer crown, Godslayer helm, anyway, the Godslayer, it sucks things in when they're CC'd, and you do 60% more damage. So that's why I had the lucky hit on it now, but purely for PvP, I'd swap that out to either the debilitating raw points or cooldown, if possible. Moving on to the pants, these are terrible too. There are no GAs on this one, but again, I want the GA health, armor, and either resistances or willpower's fine. And same thing again, like for PvP, I would get debilitating raw cooldown because it's just that good. You get HP from it, you get fortify from it, and you make them literally do less damage to you, so it's perfect. My boots, I'm running Masterworks Digitated Gate, which is the werewolf speed boost. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm at speed cap. I move so fast now. Again, we got the willpower, max life, and movement speed. Got the GA movement speed, which is why I kept these boots. And again, of course, you can find stuff that's better. Just got to get some more GA stuff, and I just haven't been that lucky. Moving on to the weapon. The Cannibal's Chopper of the Moonrise. Willpower, max life, damage over time, and damage to distant enemies. 94.2% chance for wind shear projectiles to cast twice. We have it imprinted with the max aspect. And we have basic damage gems. I'm pretty happy with the weapon, to be honest. I'm pretty happy. I don't know that there's a lot I'd change about it. I did hear something about damage over time not scaling as high as just flat damage, but I think that might be a bug, so I'm just going to leave this as it is. Moving on to the neck. Choker of the Calm Breeze. This is fully masterworked. I liked that it had GA willpower, because willpower is pretty strong, makes all your abilities do more damage. We got the move speed roll, we got the attack speed, damage to distant, and extra move speed. We got it imprinted with the aspect. Wind shear now deals 13,385 damage. I cannot for the life of me find this. I can't max it out because I have spent probably hundreds of thousands of O-balls trying to get this particular aspect maxed out, and for some reason it just won't give it to me. Maybe they could add a I don't know, a pity system for that, because it's getting a bit ridiculous. Moving on to the rings, we got the Rapid Band. This is a new ring that I just got. I'm actually pretty happy with it, so I'll finish masterworking this one. We got the max roll for willpower, we got max life and damage. Damage to distant enemies, and then lucky hit, chance to restore primary resource, which is kind of meh. We don't really care about that at all. Imprinted with basic attack speed, 30% boost. Next ring, circle of adaptability, double GA again. We got the max life, attack speed, damage over time, damage to crowd control enemies. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the temper we wanted for this. We want damage to distant enemies again, but couldn't get it. But damage to crowd control is fine because the poison damage slows them, and we get the CC from that. So you're still getting the modifier, which isn't that bad. Resource cost reduction, again, it's a non-issue. But that's the gear. So let's move on to the boons. I'm using wariness, 15% reduced damage from elites. We're using Iron Feather, 20% life. But for PvP, keep in mind that you want to be swapping out to Advantageous Beast, 15% movement speed and 15% impairment reduction. Super strong, super strong. All right, we got the Avian Wrath, 30% crit damage. And we got Bolster, fortify for 25% of your max life when you use defensive. Super good, super strong. Currently rocking about 74k HP. When we're fully fortified, we have 74,000 fortify. So 140k, 150k-ish health, pretty good. All right, next we are using Calm Before the Storm. I had this. We actually get no benefit from any of these unless we run an ultimate, and I was using Petrify. So Petrify is another good PvP option because it actually works on players too. So yeah, that's another thing to consider. Paragons. Using Territorial. We are using extra storm damage with Thunderstruck, because apparently this is like one of the strongest things in the game. We are using Earth and Sky, and we are not using Height and Malice. We are using Tracker. We are not using Constricting Tendrils. We're using Undaunted, and we're not using Inner Beast. We are using Bane, but we are not using Survival Instincts. Now, with this Paragon board, there's some stuff I could probably change around, and it would be into more defensive stuff, probably HP. I haven't got there yet, but that's something to consider as well. All right, skill tree. Wind Shear, Enhanced Wind Shear, Fierce Wind Shear. We got Shred, Enhanced Shred, Raging Shred. 3 points Predatory Instinct. We have 3 points Digitated Gate, or Digigrade Date. Digigrade Gate. That's a weird word, man. I don't know that one. But you can see that we got plus 13. So it's actually, we got a total of plus 10 to this. So our movement speed is absolutely through the roof. We got Iron Fur, max rank, so 3 points. This is for when we trample and we Debilitating Roar. So we get a fat damage reduction off that too. All right, Cyclone Armor. Enhanced Cyclone Armor. Preserving Cyclone Armor. We got Blood Howl. Enhanced Blood Howl. Preserving Blood Howl for the attack speed. Debilitating Roar. You can see that it reduces damage enemies do by 70%, which is absolutely insane. It's really, really good. We want to max this out. Now, moving on. Enhanced Debilitating Roar. Preserving Debilitating Roar. 3 points of Nature's Reach. We got 1 point Elemental Exposure, 1 point Charged Atmosphere. These are sort of like throwaway points. You don't really need to have these. We're running the Exploit Glyph, so like this, I don't need this. I just don't really know where they would fit better. I was actually using for PvP specifically Neurotoxin +3 for the slow, which I might do again, just because I mean, I feel like it's pretty handy, especially for kiting. Like, it's really good for kiting. So I'm probably just going to leave that there. We got 1 point in trample. We got the unstoppable with this, and it's also really good for repositioning. Yeah, I like that move. It's pretty good. All right, we got 3 points defiance, 3 points natural disaster, 3 points residence, 3 points quick shift, 3 points heightened senses, and then 1 point Ursine strength. And with that being said, that is the build. Another thing to consider before I go is with your unique pants, there are some that I feel like have some value. Tassets of the Dawning Sky. When you take damage from a non-physical type, you gain 12% maximum resistance to that damage type for 6 seconds. This effect can only apply to one damage type at a time. So, if we look at our resistances, they cap out at 70%. We can get that up to 82. If you're running Cheerial's Might, you can get that up another 5%. So we're going to be sitting at, what, 87%? Then you drink yourself a potion of that damage type, say a fire elixir, you get another 6%. So we're at, 90-ish% resistance now. So these, I think, have some sort of usefulness in PvP, depending on the class you're versing, right? A couple more things to consider is if we go to this vendor here, he sells Cursed Scrolls. We want either Cursed Scroll of Recklessness, increased movement speed 40% for 15 seconds, but deals 2% of your max life as bleed damage per second. Or Cursed Scroll of Tranquility. This is the main one I'd prefer. Decrease damage taken from players by 30%, but increase damage taken by monsters for the same amount, lasts 20 seconds. So, how this works is I have my scroll wheel for E, and I have my scrolls here, and my elixirs of fortitude, which I feel like these two are the best two consumables for PvP. Unless someone has some more information on that, yeah, that's what I know about it. I'll just quickly show you how fast you can potentially move with this current setup. As I have it with the Digitigrade gate. But yeah. So as you can see, we run like the wind, and getting our spirit back is no issue at all. Just sort of jump pack to pack. Anyway, for now, that's all I got for you. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your day/night. I'll catch you guys later. See ya.